Well, good morning. It's Bill Cook here with another episode of the SEO Success Story. I have some pretty good news to report today, and a few things that as I'm trying to learn how to do this, I realized that I forgot to do something yesterday that I'll make up for today. Hopefully, this one won't go for as long, but we'll see how it goes. So the first thing is I wanted to kind of explain what's going on here. This is a tool. It's an SEO tool. This isn't from Google directly. It's another Ahrefs is actually they kind of go out and spider the internet, and this is kind of how the site that I've just started working on is ranking, kind of compared to all the other sites. So it's moving up. There's some graphs on there. It goes to hundreds of millions of websites. So it's moving up. This is just ratings, kind of on a scale from 0 to 100 instead of going all the way with these hundreds of millions. Now this backlinks is really the total number of backlinks. And sometimes a website will have multiple links on there, especially from blog comments. And a lot of these are from blog comments. What happens is when you post a comment, they'll have something in the sidebar that says recent comments. So it winds up showing on every page on the site for a few days or weeks or months, depending on how popular the blog is. Now this, and that's why you see it going down here. What's happening is some of those pages are just, or some of those blogs have just, gotten enough comments, so they start rolling off here. Very normal. Now the referring domains, what this is the actual number of different websites that actually have a link from. That this tool has found. There's more of them out there. Not even Google shows you everything, but this is what this tool has found. And this is, I think I kind of explained these three yesterday, and this is really what I track. The number of keywords it's ranking. The little green number here is the change in the last 7 days. Same thing with the organic traffic. It's got the five additional 5 in the last 7 days. Which is nice, 50% increase in traffic in a week. It'd be nice to continue that trend for a couple of years, huh? And then the traffic value. Now this doesn't show the percentage increase from the week, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this down here. And this is the part, and I won't go over that every day, but this is the big one here that I added the 17th, and you can see that. This is the difference from yesterday, and all of these are the best that we've seen so far. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I didn't do yesterday was the actions that I took the day before, and then I just want to kind of explain that. And you can see this is the one we had from yesterday. Now, I added this to the website, so if you're looking at this on the website, you can see it. But I just wanted to kind of talk about these a little bit, and I'm not going to talk about these in detail every day, but the first thing I did was I optimized an existing page. And what I mean by that is, I told you that this was an old site that a site that I had started, didn't really do much with. And I've kind of re-engaged with it. So I'd had some content posted a long time ago. I just didn't optimize the page very well. I just got the article written and kind of dumped it on the page or dumped it on the website. And yesterday, I noticed that it was getting some traffic. So I went in and optimized it. So it'll hopefully, be able to get more traffic, rank for more keywords, and then I monetized the same page. Essentially, like I said, I just dumped it from the article writer to the website. No monetization on the page, so I added some monetization to the page. Putting the right sorts of advertisements in the right places. Now, this is not something that I'm going to do every day, but I did buy a new website because, I was getting to a point where I had done a lot of work over the last couple of months, and I wanted to kind of wait and see how things were going to, were going to build. So I bought another website, and I want to get some good content laid down for that, get a few links for that, and start building. Because one of the things that Google, oddly enough, really seems to matter to Google these days is the age of a page, the age of a links. Google is in it for the long term. Back in the past, and I mentioned yesterday that there used to be lots of ways to do tricks and get Google to do certain things. You can't really do tricks anymore these days. It's all about value. So I bought a new website, got a hosting set up for the website. Actually went and bought a brand new hosting account for this one. It's a little more high powered. The reason I did that is because this new website is it's a little bigger niche, much more content that I can do for it, and I expect it to get a whole lot more traffic than the one that I'm working on now. The one that I'm working on now, I'm expecting is going to max out at about $20,000 a month worth of traffic. Now I don't expect to make $20,000 a month, but it should be getting about $20,000 worth a month. At least that's what the biggest folks in this market are getting. The other one can literally go up to hundreds of thousands, if not close to $1 million. So that's why I expect this new one to get a lot more traffic. So I got a much better hosting account. Should be much faster. Set up the website, and I started doing some research. And I've been thinking about ways to do things where I can essentially I don't want to say I want to maximize the amount of money that I can get per page, but essentially, I don't want to make the pages too tight. I want them to be able to rank for enough keywords. So I kind of had what seems like a big breakthrough there. I'm not sure, but I'm going to test some things out with it. Then I ordered 2 articles. And when I say ordered 2 articles, what this really means is, I've already got sites kind of mapped out in my mind before I start, so I know where we're going to go with them. But when it comes to ordering the content, essentially, I go out and look what the couple of pages that are at the top, what they're talking about, put it together, kind of make sure that it's up to date, so it's not like old information, because sometimes the stuff at the top has some outdated information. So make sure it's got current information, and then I have somebody write it. For the most part, I don't write much. I'll add a few paragraphs here and there, but for the big writing of articles, I kind of let other people do that. Interestingly, the content doesn't have to be, that great towards SEO. There's a lot of other things on the page that I take care of myself, that I don't worry too much about the articles. And then I really felt caught up. I thought that things were going pretty good. I was kind of surprised that I felt caught up, because I had just bought a new website and was kind of going with that. And one of the reasons that I felt caught up is I've only got so much money in the budget to do the work that I need to do, and buying a new website doesn't impact that. I've still got the same amount of money, so I can do the same number of articles and the same amount of link building. And that's when I realized that of all this stuff that I've been thinking about doing and how to do it, it really comes down to 2 things, and that's content and links. And what I want to do is build every day towards that. And then I'll talk about this a little bit later, but I did walk 7.5 miles that day. I don't know that it's necessary to walk this much all the time, but right now I'm trying to, I've allowed myself to gain a little bit of weight in the last couple of years, and I feel like walking is kind of my penance to get that down, along with some other things. And like I said, I'll talk about the health in maybe tomorrow, but I think that being healthy does help you be able to accomplish your goals and to work on the things that are important. And so yesterday, now that was supposed to be talked about yesterday, but since I forgot, I thought I'd go over that. And I'm not going to go over everything every day. I'm not going to explain why I'm doing things. I'm just going to kind of give some highlights. So yesterday, the first thing I did was I got some access to some old accounts. Like I said, this is a site that I've been working on that kind of was dormant for a while. Didn't really do a lot of work to it. So I got access to some of the old accounts, updated the website plugins, and actually this is for this website. The website that you're looking at here, this is kind of my agency website that I've kind of let fall behind because I got it to rank number 1 for Oklahoma City SEO. I thought the phones would ring off the hook. Well, that didn't really happen, so I realized it's really just a trophy. So I've just kind of let it kind of go by the wayside. It's there, and I send people to it. You can fill out a form and request a call and all that stuff, but I haven't spent a lot of time on this site either. Updated the plugins, backed everything up. The reason I backed everything up is because I hadn't updated WordPress in a long time. I was worried that I was going to break it. So I wound up backing up the website, dumped out the database, got all the files to make sure in case something went wrong, and then I updated WordPress. Thankfully, nothing happened. It was it was all good. Then I did post 3 articles for links on some of these old accounts. And then this is kind of weird. Now, I almost literally just decided to do the SEO Success Story daily. I decided to do that kind of yesterday morning. And I mentioned yesterday that I'm really doing this for me. I want to kind of document the way that I'm doing this, kind of let you know what I've been doing. Hopefully, this is going to be meaningful to somebody at some point. And now I don't normally when I get a new idea in the past, I would just say, "Oh, that sounds great," and then I would do it. But these days, I like to think things through. And what I mean by that is I like to imagine that I accomplish this new idea that I have, and then kind of figure out the so what of that. Is this something that's going to help me attain or reach my already, what I call revealed goals that I already know that I want, not that I just feel like doing for a day, things that I know. And does this new thing help me accomplish those goals? And it appeared that this would help me reach my long-term goals, and so that's why I decided to go ahead and do it. And I didn't think it would take me much time. It took a little bit longer than I thought it would, a couple hours more than I thought it would. I thought it'd be quick and easy. But for a number of reasons, there's always things that you don't think about. So I decided to do that, and I got it set up and going yesterday, which I was pretty happy about. Then I created an opportunity video for the series, and essentially that's the video at the bottom of the page that essentially says, I'm not out chasing customers anymore. But if you see something that you like, I do still have time in my day to take on additional clients. One of the things that I am thinking about more is long-term stuff. So I'm really more interested in partnerships than I am, getting new clients. But if you do have some work to do, right now I am still taking on clients. And then I created a template for this. Essentially what that means is, or why I did that was because these are largely going to be, the same format every day. So I made a template that way. Every day I just come in, start a new blog post, upload the current images, make the video, and post it, and then we're done. Then I posted the episode to my Facebook business page. First time I've really posted anything to the Facebook business page in a long time. I didn't want to post it to my normal Facebook account, largely because I think those are, largely friends and family. Those aren't folks that I want to, see my business stuff every day. So, I may do that in the future, not every day, but, maybe once or twice a year. And then I did post it to my LinkedIn profile. Ordered 2 more articles, and then I walked 9 miles. Like I said, the penance to get some of the weight down. Now, I had wanted to kind of go over the why as to what I'm doing this for, but I'm not going to do that because we're already at the 13-minute mark because I talked about what we did yesterday. But either way, if this helped you in any way, if you've got somebody in mind that you think that this may be a help, may be a benefit, and maybe they've got a business that they're doing that could be helped with SEO, please share this with them. Go ahead and subscribe, whatever platform you're seeing this on, go ahead and do that. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.